Start by mentioning the only person I haven't mentioned, which is the starting point guard, Jonathan Davis. I have seen him play before because he played for Sheffield last year, and a guy who likes, he did at Sheffield, I don't know whether he's got the same role here, but he liked to get involved in a lot of pick and rolls.
Bristol it was that won the tip, and they're on offense for first time. Here is Davis, almost stolen away by Nimley. Leslie Smith has a little look to inside. Jamal Williams blocks him out well. Shot clock down to 5, down to 4. Smith's going to have to shoot a long 2, but he makes that long. So now back on the offense, and Davis again trying to set something up. Nimley all over him. Lob pass into Boggs inside the paint. His shot comes off the side of him. The backboard is picked up by Yuri Gunhina. He's going to go all the way, and all the way in, coast to coast, lays it in left-handed, and the Eagles are on the board. Back come Bristol straight away with Boggs. His shot's off, and long rebound there for Rondell Goodwin, and he managed to try
Jeff, you better let me talk about free throws for the rest of the season.
Brandon Boggs at the other end.
Really don't know what this guy's playing at the moment. Brandon's obviously very anxious to get some points to feel good about it. But
back to Nimley. Shot clock inside 5. Nimley again driving to the basket, but can't make the layup. Bristol come away with the ball. There's Goodwin, he'll shoot the 3. It hits the front of the rim and bounces out. Great rebound by Leslie Smith though. He'll turn round, go to the basket, in it goes, and that'll be an and one play for the top of the 3-point line. There's nice footwork by Jason Page to come inside. Gunhina finds Lasker going to the basket, but he's blocked by Leslie Smith. Adam Weary, who's come on, he makes a move forward. Mike Vigo gets free of last 12 to 3.
Yeah, I think he's making another substitution, but my feeling is that maybe this warrants a timeout. Oh, that was excellent.
Knocked home there by Zorko Jukic for the Eagles' 5th point, but straight at the other end we see Rondell Goodwin.
Ball and trying to move the ball around, but I think there should be a massive emphasis on bringing those big guys away from the basket. And that's one way to do it, the drive and
did in the locker room before the game did talk about sharing the ball and making sure that they got good shots, but at the moment they just seem to be struggling a wee bit with that. Missed the first shot, but got his own offensive rebound and puts his side up by 9. It's 16 to 7. And this time it's Zorko Jukic again, but Eagles back within 7 now. Leslie Smith and Brandon Boggs both back on. Here's Leslie Smith driving hard to the basket, finds great layoff to Daniel Adozie, and a nice layup, nice easy layup for Adozie. Here's Jukic again, he goes back. Flanoy looking to knock down a 3, knocks it down beautifully. Bounce, great shot from Fab Flanoy. Takes it back to 6 points. Here's Leslie Smith, he's going to go for 3 as well, and he knocks it down as well. Thought he was fouled, but nothing doing. Ryan Dumley finds Smith. Smith's going to go all the way, I think, here. Yep. Nothing the Eagles can do. Long 3 doesn't go. Brandon Boggs pulls a very easy, almost uncontested rebound down. He finds Smith outside. Smith's going to go for it again, and he's knocked it down again. He's even awake and alive to the situation. He picked up the rebound. Zorko Jukic, nice turnaround jump shot, but that just rims out. Ryan Dumby takes the rebound. He finds Weary. Weary goes past Page very, very easily indeed. Bristol holding for the last shot here. Weary. Nice screen set by Leslie Smith. Weary goes in. Here goes the floater. He misses it. Smith almost comes up with it, but Weary, it was so quite an astonishing first quarter there, Dave. 28 to Bristol, 14 to Newcastle, and 16 points for Leslie Smith. The standout stat, really.
But you know, Eagles averaging 94 points for the season. Bristol averaging 80 points. The way this game's going, it's going to end up about 130 to 60 to Bristol Flyers. Now, I'm sure that won't happen, and I'm sure that the Eagles will find a way. But right now, the Eagles' defense, it's probably the weakest and the poorest I've ever seen it.
It's about a shot. Jason Page comes round from now at the free throw line. Nice pass, nice layoff to Jason Page, but Jason come back out. Obviously Bristol feeling they can control the game a little bit with having this lead, and we've got Rondell Goodwin shaking, baking, turning around. And I was talking to someone before the game, and they were trying to tell me that Fab Flanoy was completely done as a player, but on just the little performance he's put in tonight, he's done all. Goodwin takes the long rebound, turns around Page very, very easily again, and makes a good. Really, they've taken some shots which were right shots to take, but there's just nothing going down for them at all at the moment. Here's a Dozy at the other end. Davis turns the corner. He's met by Williams and Bassey. Locked up. Vigo finds Dozy driving to the basket. Nice little bounce. And up he goes. 2 points for the Flyers. And it's now 34-16. Jukic at the other end. He's the one man who looks as if he can do some 2-point shot.
I think he's going to shoot all night and maybe not make a shot the way he's looking at the moment.
Eagles coming back, trying to set something up, but very tight defense from the ball to Jamal Williams. Jamal Williams fumbled it and it went out of bounds. There's Leslie Smith, turnaround jump shot, that's good for 2. Williams, but can't get the shot over. Gunina comes away with the rebound. He finds Kai Williams, who gives it to his brother Jamal. He's trying to turn Leslie Smith. Nice work from Gunina to get free. Knocks down his shot, and that man Lasker comes up with another rebound to Gunina, to Kai Williams. Kai Williams looking for a pass. Completely almost ignored Mike Viga, who took the ball off him quite cleanly. And obviously, good winning bounce to Vigo. He takes the ball nicely inside to Adam Weary, who beats Saw Nimley to the ball. Win turns the corner against 2 Eagles, but can't make that layup. Yuri Gunina picks up the rebound. Page at the other end going coast to coast. Nimley now looking, will he take this 3-point shot? Nope. For now, if he finds Page, Page thinks about the 3, thinks about the drive. Jumps up for the 2-point shot, knocks down his 2-point shot. Forward for the Eagles. Over halfway, looking to work off Fenoy's screen. Throws the ball back.
Yep, I had a feeling that was coming. I'm not sure it's justified, but I had a feeling that was coming.
But they've made a free throw.
That's what Kapoulis was doing, wasn't he? He was pointing aggressively at the clock. At the scoreboard, sorry.
Yes, Page for 3 at the other end. Let's get back to the basketball, and Jason Page starting to come alive for the Eagles. Knocks that 3 down. Eagles back to within 12. He has Weary for 2 at the other end. He's missed that. Gunhina takes the rebound. Eagles off to the races. Nimley thought about the 3. Decided to give it to Page instead. Page knocks down back-to-back 3s. Zombie. He tries to find Vigo inside. Vigo does find. He finds Daniel Adozi. Davis very much in charge, running this last play. He finds Goodwin outside. Goodwin thought about a 3 just for a minute. Now decides to put the 3 up and he knocks it down. And Eagles have got no time at all to get any shot off. So at the end of a very eventful half, which ended somewhat controversially, something was going on there. It still remains that Bristol Flyers are well in control of this game, having scored 49 points in the half to the Eagles 36.
Well, the dynamic of this game has shifted so much in the last 2 minutes. At one point, I'm thinking, you know, I was thinking the Eagles are not going to stop Bristol scoring. How are they going to get more points? Then suddenly Bristol's offense dries up because they start putting early shots up. J. Sean Page catches fire, and then Bristol called a timeout and put things back right again. And then it looked as though the Eagles were going to go in with a single-digit deficit, and suddenly they come up with an almighty 3. And really, the Eagles in this dressing room, it's so important that they find the correct way to start this second half.
And hadn't come up with a single point. Goodwin knocks 1 down, just pushes that lead up to 14, and there's Saw Nimley for 3. That's the first 3-point shot he's actually attempted in the game.
Just can't connect tonight, and you know, we're wondering whether Smith had cooled off a little bit. Oh, I certainly hadn't with that play. Yeah. What a terrific block.
The block was on Nimley, who drove to the basket. Here's Goodwin.
Great defense by Lasker, because it was starting to bother me the way
Gunina trying to keep Vigo in front of him here. Vigo turns, there's the hook shot, missed 3. Vigo pushes it to Davis. Davis skipped past the other side to Goodwin, who probably could have shot the 3, but decided to come inside instead. Beats Jim for a man who normally knocks 15 points a game down. He's been replaced by Adam Weary. Mike Vigo trying to drive to the basket. Great hands by Zarko Jukic to knock that away. Page is going to go all the way to the basket, and he makes that 2-point. There's Davis. He finds Smith inside. Smith picked up by Kai Williams. Kai Williams trying to take over a good position, but Smith turns round. Jukic got up to block it, but that was so Bristol up by 13. We've played 4 minutes, and the Eagles haven't so far been able to get back into it. And that man Leslie Smith has found his way, made his last 2 shots. He's up to 22 points. Page finds Jukic, who drives at the basket. Can't make the layup, but he gets his own offensive to Goodwin. Doesn't. Leslie Smith faced by Kai Williams, shoots the three, that one comes off. Long rebound for Kai Williams, who did well to defend Leslie Smith. He has Djukic, he found lovely pass to Page. Nice pass to Kai Williams. Kai Williams is going to shoot the three. That's in and out. Drew Lasker gets a nice hand to it. Page back out to Nimley. Nimley fakes, shoots the three, knocks the three down.
Yeah.
Can't find a gap to shoot it, can't find a player. Gives it to Kai Williams. Jason Page is going to drive all the way to the basket. That's more like the Jason Page. We know, so as you say, Dave, we're well pleased to see Mike Vigo shooting
much time off the clock.
And there's Page inside the Djukic, just too far away from the basket, so he decides to give it back to Saar Nimley.
I think you're wrong, Mr. Davies. That was an unforced error.
Saar Nimley all the way to the basket. And Bristol having to throw the ball long. You've got to give the Eagles some credit here for the defence. Mayan Domby tries to barrel his way through. Vigo once again was left free. What a great job there, Jason Pitt. As they go in front, he has Leslie Smith, thought about the three, but came inside on Kai Williams. Doesn't make the two. Mayan Domby battling away, gets the rebound, but can't make the layup. Eagles come away with it again. Nimley to Kai Williams for three. Kai Williams knocks down that three, and the Eagles lead by 4, 63 to 59, and they've turned a 13-point deficit down from the half. There's Weary though, does in the quarter at the moment, 27 points to 12. Adam Weary turns the corner, goes all on his own, doesn't make the shot. Kai Williams pulls her down the rebound. Jason Page thought about the three, gives it to Nimley. He doesn't have to think about the three. He pulls the trigger, and the Eagles suddenly lead by 68 points to 61, and it's a 7-point lead and a 20-point swing in the quarter. As Dozie tries to get a 3-point shot off on the buzzer, doesn't get it off, and the quarter has been a 31-point to 12 quarter in favour of the Eagles, and they lead 68 to 61.
Well, firstly, two things. One is, let's talk about the positives from the Eagles. Saar Nimley has had probably the best quarter he's had since he arrived here at Sports Central. He's had an absolutely brilliant quarter. He's been shooting well, he's been controlling, he's been running. He's just had a really great quarter. His impact in the game has been enormous in that quarter.
Dozie and also Mike Vigo's come back on to replace Rondell Goodwin. Eagles come up with another steal, and it's Nimley that's away, but Leslie Smith got back to reply and trying to turn this back around the other way. Leslie Smith thought about the three, decides to drive inside instead. Ball bouncing around, and a couple of offensive.
Very careless pass in that last offense from Leslie Smith that enabled the Eagles to break quickly on them.
It's Kai Williams to Page. Page puts up the three. Page knocks down the three. Smith one rebound away from a double-double. Saar Nimley takes up the reins for the Eagles. He gives it to Page, who just slightly just bobbled it, but shoots a three from way out. There's Page again. He's going to put the 3-point up again. This one misses, but Zarko Djukic anticipated the miss and was there to get the rebound. Gives it to Kai Williams. Kai Williams gives it back to Jason Page. This time he drives at the basket. Lasker to Nimley, back to Lasker. Lasker knocks down the three. That's really good team basketball.
Talking about Nimley and Page, but they are shooting really well in this phase. But also the Eagles are absolutely stepped up a notch on the defence.
And they're in 6-5. He's decided to take himself out. Did limp off a little bit.
Yeah,
there.
his mobility looks he's not moving easily at all, is he, at the moment, Fab?
Saar Nimley dribbling inside and outside of the Bristol players and shooting the big three to take the Eagles up to 82 to 69.
What percentage is he shooting this half?
Well, I don't know what he's shooting this half, but it's certainly a lot better than it was in the first half, because he didn't make a shot in the first half. There's an intentional foul on Jason Page. Takes the rebound and spins round very quickly. Finds Lasker outside, he gives it back to Page. Nimley was calling for it, but Page himself goes inside and drops it. Gives it to Nimley, Nimley gives it to Djukic, back, Nimley's thinking about a 3-point shot, but he gives it to Lasker in the corner. Lasker
it's a turnover, absolutely turnover, no question.
Page, Nimley just takes his eye off the ball, but that enables him to go past Mayan Domby. Finds Djukic inside, Djukic from the fans. Page finds Bassey. Bassey thought about the three, but he's given it down low to Kai Williams, who's going to work against Bristol.
Well, they're, you know, as well as the Eagles obviously turning this whole game around on its head, the fans have certainly found their form as well tonight, haven't they? Because they were so disappointed with those 3 losses. They came along apprehensive, but it was wins against Plymouth and Leeds. But tonight has been an absolutely emphatic second half performance from the Eagles, and they are absolutely delighted and showing their appreciation for the way the Eagles players have played tonight.
The Eagles didn't even attempt a shot in the last 30 seconds. Page was quite happy to take the lead. So the Eagles have won this one by 93 points to 70, which possibly didn't look likely at half time, and that's a really, really top class win in the end by the Eagles, and a fantastic second half performance, particularly from Sar Nimley and Jay Sean Page, but anchored by a really good defensive play. Bristol, obviously, as I say, went away from what they were doing in the first half, completely lost their way in the second half, and that's made it a very, very tough week for the side who are just clinging on to that 8th place position at the moment.
Yeah, I mean, loss of form at the worst possible time, isn't it? When, especially if Cheshire have picked up a win tonight, and obviously I don't know what the schedules are from now on in, but the Eagles have got some tough games coming up, but they will be really, really buoyant after that home performance tonight. Whatever you look at it, a 38-point turnaround is phenomenal.
Yeah.